Okay, so there's really nothing brand new in this video, but you already know what a list is and kind of how to work with it and how to iterate over that list and do something with the various elements in the list, the values in the list. But here we're going to write the contents of a list to a file. Okay, there are a couple of little quirks I want you to be aware of. So I have we'll pretend this is for the Smoothie Cafe, and I have the names of the smoothies in a list. And I'm going to use my with statement to open. This is what I'm calling my output file, which is smoothie_data.txt. It'll be a text file. I'm opening that for write. And I'm just going to loop through that list with a for each loop and write one flavor at a time. Let's run this and see what the output is like. Okay, not great. I mean, you can see the output went into the file, but it certainly doesn't look great. So why don't we delete this and redo it with one modification. Okay, let's see here. I think instead of just doing a plain write, I'm going to comment that out. And I'm going to do this instead. Okay, we'll say file.write, and I'm going to use an F string. I'm going to write the flavor, and then I'm going to append a new line. So let's run that. Okay, and you can see that looks a lot better. We have the list of smoothies. Okay, so I think I'm going to delete this and kind of clean up for the next technique. We're staying with the same concept here. What if I forgot a flavor and I want to append it? So I will add cinnamon fig. Okay, so again, I'm just going to use the with statement. I'm going to open this for append. All right, append, meaning adding to the bottom. And then I'll write cinnamon fig using the same technique. Wait a minute. Looks like I'm missing my. No, I guess that's okay. I don't need to put that in a placeholder because it's not coming from a variable. We're just hard coding cinnamon fig there. Okay, so let me run that. We'll see how it goes. Okay, and you can see that it worked, and my cinnamon fig is at the bottom there. I think now, why don't we just, in the same program here, we'll just read that data back in. Okay, I'll show you how to read back in. I think I will delete this, just kind of clean up for the next run. Okay, so now I have the full list. Let's read it back into this program, and then we'll see some output down here below. So I'm going to create an empty list called new smoothie list. So that's different from the original smoothies list up at the top. So this is the new smoothie. Whoops, I didn't want to run that. Okay, so this is a new empty list to receive the smoothies that are going to be read into the program. And I'll use my with statement here, getting the file name correct. Okay, it's got to match this perfectly. Okay, we're opening it for reading that data back in. Okay, so we do have several lines of data. If you remember, the smoothies were all in a list, almost like a shopping list of flavors. So we'll use a for each to loop through this line by line. You know what? I think let's see here. I think what I want to do, I'm going to comment this out. That's one of our quirks that we'll talk about later. So we'll say, okay, for each line in file, we're going to append that to the new smoothie list. Okay, and then we will, when all said and done, we will print the new smoothie list one line at a time. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay. That actually looks better than I thought. You know what? And this is why I had that original line in there, the replace. Let's talk about that. So what you can see, let's just notice how the smoothies were read back into the program. Okay, not a problem. But just to drive this home, they went into the list, and then I looped through the list one item at a time and printed them in the console down here. But I don't like the extra line feeds. So what we can do in this case is this line, as the individual flavor is coming in, we will replace that new line with nothing. Okay, we're going to replace the new line with nothing. And so that'll strip off the line feed from that item as it's coming back into the program. And then when we loop through and print each of these flavors one at a time, we're not going to have these blank spaces in between. So let's do it. Uh-oh. Oh, you know what? Let me delete that. So it's like when you run the program and the file already exists, that's when you get that permission denied error. So let me run that. Okay, so here you can see these are the smoothies that have been read back into the program with the line feed stripped off, and now they look really good.